YouTube, how you doing? It's Ian here from in here and there. Right, so the next train I want to show you, I've dreamt about this since this come out in the 1980s. I rang up the model shop in Kidderminster and I asked if I could get this train brand new, and they said no. They couldn't get me one for love the money. So they advised me to look on eBay. So I did that, and I managed to get one. It's pre-owned, but that's the only way you can get these apparently. I am absolutely over the moon to have this train. I want to show it you. Let me bring it in and show it you. Yes, it's the Apt. I've dreamt about owning this train since 1982 when it come out, the real one. I used to dream of riding on this because it was the first tilting train in the UK, and unfortunately I'm 99% sure I've got these facts right. It was your Conservative government who squashed the funding on this train, so it was never, well, it was put on the track. There was only ever 3 ever built, and it was your Conservative government that squashed the funding. It was the UK's first tilting train, and it was. Let me just bring it round a bit. That's better. They had the Apt-e, which was the experimental version. I haven't got the pantograph on here yet, so I'm using it without that at the moment. But that would sit there where that black part is there. But if it hadn't have been through your Conservative government cutting the funding, you'd have had this on the main lines from London to Scotland. It did run for a while, but there was a lot of mechanical problems with it, which the people who built it did go through. They were solving them, the problems one by one, but in the end Margaret Thatcher stopped the funding, and because of that, let me get a close-up, because of that it was took off the network and scrapped basically. But what a train. It is a beautiful train, this is. Oh dear me. I'm so over the moon to be able to get the model version of this. I really am. I just can't believe it. Let's get it round the track and have a look at it. It really goes, quite well really, to say it's 30 years old. And that's not pushing it. But I'm not going to push this because it's an old train. Oh, God. I'm so over the moon to have it. But it's got working headlights. It hasn't got the working tail lights. They never bothered in them days with that. But it's got cab lights, when the front lights come on, it will light up the cab. But what a train. I've wanted this ever since it come out. So that will give you some idea. It come out in 1982, and ever since then I seen the television advert for it, and I says to my mum and dad, my late parents, I said, I've got to have that. I said, will you get it, mate? But unfortunately we moved house and my trains never got put back up. They was just left in boxes, and I never got it. Never landed up getting it in the end. Well, I keep putting it off. I kept saying to my wife, I says, you know, I will get it. And I kept putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. You know how it is. Until in the end, I says to her, I said, no, I'm not putting it off anymore. I'm going to get it. And it wasn't cheap. But then again, what is cheap today? Let me bring that round so I can get you a view of the top half of this. The only problem was, which I will get it sorted, is that. As you can see, I've gone and pulled that off. It's so delicate, this cabling across the top. But I'm going to get that sorted out. That's just a little dab of, little spot of glue. You won't even know that's come off by the time I'm finished. But that's where your pantograph would sit. I think you'll find that the pantograph can run power to the engine. Let me bring that round so I can do a roof shot for you. You'll find the pantograph can run the power, or you can pick it up from the track. But I'm just absolutely over the moon that I've managed to get this. I really am. Because they don't sell it in the shop anymore. As I said, I went to the model shop, the local model shop, and he said, you got no chance. He said, I can't get it. And he was an Apt-p dealer. And he said, you got no chance. He said, you might get it off eBay if you're lucky. So I had a look on eBay, not thinking about getting it. And I seen it and I thought, no, why shouldn't I get it? You know, and I went and bought it. And of course, you know, this is what I've got. And I'll tell you now, I am absolutely over the moon. I know you'll see other YouTube channels with these on. But I never thought for 1 minute that I would actually get one. I've got to service it because I haven't done it yet. But what a train. What a train. And like the Pandolina, this actually tilts as well as it goes around the corners. I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually tilting, you know, on there now. I have got the Pandolina, but as you know, I never had the Apt. This version is the Apt-p. I think the P stands for passenger. The Apt-e would have stood for Advanced Passenger Train Experimental. But this is the Apt-p. Oh, what a train. I know a lot of people would say, well, it's only a train. But if you've wanted this since you was a kid, and you suddenly land up with it, oh God, I never thought for 1 minute that I would ever have this on my layout. I never thought it would happen. I thought, get it on YouTube quick while I've got time. So I thought I'd do this quick video for you. But I must apologise that I haven't done any videos lately. I've had a death in the family. And all sorts have been going on, so I've been snowed under with everything at the moment. But I've been trying my best to get me bored out, but it's having the, you know, the time and everything when you've got a death in the family and all this going on. So tonight I thought, no, come on, let's get that board out and try that Apt. What a train though, what a train. I'll tell you now, I'm so over the moon that I've got it. I'm just stoked, because I never thought I'd ever have it. I never thought for 1 minute I would ever have this train. And to be honest, it's in reasonable condition. You know, you've got to consider that this train's over 30 years old. But there you are, there's the Apt, that's your video for tonight. But what a train. That is just on another planet. You can't imagine how excited I am to be able to bring this to you. I know you've probably seen these on other YouTube channels, but I never thought I'd ever have it on my layout. Never. But what a train! What a train! And of course, on this side of the motor unit, because the motors are actually in there on the Apt, you've got the BR logo. But if I bring that round, you will see Intercity Apt written on the side. They are. I just cannot believe I'm so over the moon that I've managed to get this train. I'm just gobsmacked. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. Do like, share and subscribe, of course. I'd just like to welcome the new subscribers, because we have had a few, even though I haven't been doing videos. And I will try and get more videos. I promise you that. I'm doing my best. But I really do hope you've enjoyed this one. I really do. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.